How long is this supposed to take?
How many artifacts am I supposed to use?
How soon do I have to prepare for my presentation?
How many people are on my panel?
What am I supposed to wear?
What questions do I have to answer?
Hi, my name's Sarah Crisp. I'm the academic instructional coach here at Male, and I'm happy to answer some questions about the backpack.
One of the questions that a lot of students had was, how am I supposed to dress?
Dress is somewhat up to you as the presenter. Some of us feel more comfortable and confident when we dress our best, and so that's allowed for seniors who present on their defense day. Others of us stay in our regular school dress, and that's fine too. Your dress isn't really logged on a rubric in terms of a score. It really is just a personal preference. Some of us feel like we perform better when we're dressed up a little better. So,
How many people are on the panel?
that varies too. So sometimes it's just one person, and other times you'll have up to 3 people. So a lot of it is dependent on schedules and who's available when you signed up to present, and so a lot of factors go into that.
What's the estimated time length?
Again, it varies. I have had defenses that have lasted 30 to 40 minutes. That is not the norm. Typically, I would say an average is about 12 minutes, somewhere around in there.
Is that the time length you should shoot for?
I would suggest, I would say if you're doing a whole lot less than like 8 to 10 minutes, you're probably not explaining yourself. What a lot of kids will do is they'll fall into the trap of just kind of like reading bullets on the slide rather than actually presenting, explaining, connecting with your audience on a more personal level. If you're running short, that's typically the issue.
How many artifacts should you include in your
12, total of 12, 2 per success skill.
What's the school signature item?
So the signature item at Male is always focused on character. It's whatever shows you and the character that you possess as an individual and what that looks like in your life.
Are there any questions that students should expect to be asked after their presentation?
Most panelists are really interested in future plans, and so if we have follow-up questions after you sort of share what your plans are, or like why do you want to do this? What made you decide to go this route? I don't actively teach kids, so I don't get as much of a chance to know students very often, and so I love to just ask about your some of the personal pictures that you're sharing and like the hobbies that you have and sort of what makes you you. And I really love that part because I feel like it helps me get to know students a little better.
How soon should a student prepare for their presentation before their present date?
Well in advance. Truly, it is the kind of thing that if you pull it together last minute, it's going to show probably. Like, we're going to be able to tell that you pulled it together last minute. You want to give yourself enough time to, like, there's several steps, right? You have to upload all your artifacts to the backpack application through Clever. You have to make sure all those are uploaded. You have to have your written reflection written and uploaded and linked. You have to do your student overview sheet. You have to get that written, uploaded, linked. Then you have to prepare your slide deck. And not only do you have to make the slide deck, you have to be able to really talk about it effectively, like I talked about earlier. How do you present yourself through these slides? So there's a lot that goes into it.
Yeah.
Don't wait till the last minute.
And is there anything else you feel like students should know, or any advice you want to give to students who are going to present?
I would say, first of all, don't be nervous. Every single person who scores backpacks in this building wants you to do well. We're super excited to hear about your experiences at Male, the impact that you're leaving, the legacy that you leave Male, and the impact that Male has had on you. And so I would say just focus on that. Be yourself, practice so that you feel comfortable, but really just know that a lot of teachers, this is their favorite thing they do all year, because we get to sort of see how the story ends. You come in as freshmen and you're sort of beginning this chapter, and now we get to see the ending as you prepare to leave us. And so it's just a nice moment. So relax.
That's great. My name is Leah, and I'm here with
Kate Thompson.
and she just did her backpack defense today. So we're gonna ask her some questions about how her experience was. So, Kate, was your presentation as stressful as you thought it would be?
Definitely not. I presented in front of Mr. Kathy and Ms. Rossler, and it was very comfortable, just because I'm very comfortable with those administrators.
Did you did you choose Ms. Rossler to present to?
I asked her if she was available, and she was.
Oh, that's convenient. And then what kind of artifacts did you include? Like, do you have examples of projects?
So, for my first artifact, I did a project from my Latin class, and I put that in, I believe, Emerging Innovator. And then my second artifact was an egg drop project that I put in Productive Collaborator.
Did you have any worries before you presented that, or like questions that before you presented that were answered after you presented?
Yeah, so I read the rubric and had everything that was on the rubric in my backpack, but I was just a little unaware if there were some small things that I didn't have that I might have skipped over, and there was. I did not have my most influential teacher slide in there, and was able to add that in after.
About how many slides did you have?
7 or 8.
Okay. And then where did you find like the rubric or any example?
So I found the rubric in Google Classroom in the class of 2024. If you scroll down a little bit, there is an assignment titled Backpack, and there are links to everything that you need.
How long did it take you to make the presentation, and like how long were you preparing to present?
I got my backpack together in about a little less than 2 days, just because I really just wanted to sit down and get it done, and I'm more of a sit down and get it done rather than do it in small pieces over a certain amount of time. So it only took me maybe 3 hours altogether.
Do you have any advice or tips for people who are preparing to present?
Definitely dress your best. It'll make you feel more confident. Try and see what teachers you're comfortable with, see when they're available. That's about it.